Well, good afternoon, everyone. Today, my colleague Carlos Merchan and my Jorge Villegas will present you our project with us, Diseño de la Seguridad en la infraestructura de red de una institución educativa a través del análisis de sus vulnerabilidades utilizando UTM. Our project director is Ingeniero Néstor Arriaga. In the general objective, we have to analyze the network infrastructure of the Universidad de las Artes using the services provided by UTM Fortinet, improving the vulnerabilities in the campus.
So, the general network infrastructure is divided in the local area network, in which we find the devices and computers that are physically connected to the Universidad de las Artes. And also we have the demilitarized zone, in which we have the implemented servers and services such as the SGA, which is the meaning of Academic Management System. People goes inside and access to this network from the external. Talking about the timeline of the Universidad de las Artes, the university was created in November of 2013, and it began its function with 5 bachelor's degree and a single building, La Gobernación. Thus, it's located in the center of Guayaquil. And in 2015, the Biblioteca and Centro de Producción e Innovación were created, and of course, the network infrastructure was growing up. In 2019, the Universidad de las Artes get next generation firewalls, which have the characteristic of being UTM, which is the meaning of Unified Threat Management. By 2020, the Universidad de las Artes had 8 bachelor's degree, 5 postgraduate studies, and 5 buildings. And actually, the Universidad de las Artes have a total of 1,800 students, teachers, and administrative people, according to the database, and it continues working of the management of threats and security infrastructure. So, we socialize with the staff of specialists at the Universidad de las Artes in order to have a real definition of the problem. We receive a bunch of information, and to give a summary of them, teachers, students, and administrative people have problems at the time they use services in the network infrastructure. And we defined that the solution was going to be implemented in the land of the Universidad de las Artes. We idealized that the implementation was going to be done at the perimeter firewall, and socialized to work in the 2 hardware devices that are in the data center of the Gobernación building. The case of evaluation to finish the design thinking methodology we work are the parameters of text, the internal network capacity, and after that improving the bandwidth consumption. Continue with the proposed solution.
Proposed solution. In order to carry out the solution to the proposed problem, a quantitative analysis of the network infrastructure on each entity of the Universidad campus was carried out. This was followed by the interpretation of the number of operational VLANs that could be reduced or eliminated to improve the network resources created in the UTM device, which represent the physical entities in the institution. Then the distribution and allocation of the bandwidth required by each of these organizational units was elaborated in detail. In addition, the FortiWire and EPS service was configured in the device and internal domain addressing policies were developed with the NAT function, DNS distribution, and allowing with site. Finally, reports we can generate on the operation of the configured service in order to make decisions in real time and avoid possible vulnerabilities in the network of the Universidad de las Artes. Next, please. Achievement. Improving in the traffic that pays through the VLAN segment of a student, teacher, and administrative staff of the Universidad de las Artes, because the bandwidth in each defined segment with segments was precise. Centralized administration of web filtering policies, application code controls, blocking of service to incoming and outgoing traffic, antivirus and anti-spam that allowing controls against future attack using FortiWall tools in the network parameter devices. Thank you so much.